Still on Democracy Day celebration. For the first time since 1999, Nigerians are celebrating Democracy Day on June 12 instead of May 29, which has been the case since 1999. This change in date is a fulfillment of the promise made last year by President Muhammadu Buhari to honor late Moshood Abiola. In this report, Joseph Okoh chronicles the journey which led to the actualization of the June 12 as Democracy Day and the way forward.
In our society, there are several ways of shouting yay. You say yay, people will run. If you say yay, 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 yeah, 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 they will dance. It's the same yay. We can still say what we want to say, which is the truth, without ruffling anybody's feathers. You see, it's a matter of presentation.
It's another year to mark a momentous day in Nigeria's political history. June 12 remains one of the most significant days in Nigeria's post-independence era. But the issues surrounding what is still being described as Nigerians' freest election are yet to be settled. And the man at the center of it all was Moshood Abiola, a business mogul. Having failed in his initial bid to be president in 1983, he tried again in 1993 under the Social Democratic Party, hoping to end years of military dictatorship. The Muslim candidacy of Abiola and running mate Babagana Kingibe brought different perspectives to the table, and they were able to connect with people across divides.
SDP, MKO, Kingibe, action! MKO, Kingibe, SDP, progress! Abiola na the hope, SDP na the party to solve our problem and better our life.
Abiola won the election, but results were never announced. It was instead annulled by the then military head of state, Ibrahim Babangida.
It is true that the presidential election was generally seen to be free, fair, and peaceful. However, there was in fact a huge array of electoral practices virtually in all the states of the Federation before the actual vote.
Fed up with the schemes of the military government at the time, Abiola declared himself president after returning from a trip to win the support of the international community for his mandate. Upon his declaration, he was arrested by General Sani Abacha, who had assumed office.
The people of this country went to polls on Saturday, June 12, 1993, and without let or hindrance chose me as their president. Didn't they?
His most recent action of declaring himself the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria incited the public to insurrection and attempting to topple the government by force with a view to installing himself as president, however led to his arrest by the law enforcement agents.
This marked the beginning of years of struggle to see the election result restored and democracy rehabilitated. Many were shot, detained, incarcerated, and killed. Abiola also lost his wife, Kudirat, to the struggle. Some of these victims live to tell their stories.
That very day, what we are doing is we are on rally. We are on rally from Maryland to Adeniji here. So we are on short on top of the bridge.
I don't know them. It is after the struggle. They came to say, comrade. I don't know them. If I tell you, I didn't know more than 10. Femi Falana, Segumayegu, Pastor Femi Falana, Ebakoba, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Kokori, and Professor Yika, and so many other people like that. Those people that call themselves comrade. I didn't know them during the struggle.
Moshood Abiola spent 4 years in prison and never regained his mandate. Neither did he regain his freedom. He died under controversial circumstances in 1998. Eradication of poverty, social justice rights, education, employment are some of the things Abiola stood for. Despite the Buhari's administration finally bowing to pressure by according him one of the highest honors in the land, GCFR, and declaring June 12 as a new democracy day, many of his followers have continued to gather at his Lagos home and other venues across the nation to make more demands.
We are here to pray for the soul of our family. That's what.
And
For me, whether they declare Democracy Day as June 12th or named all the monuments in Abuja after Basharu MKO Abiola, and Nigerians are still poor, hungry, it tells us that a lot still needs to be desired in the way and manner that we remember Basharu MKO Abiola.
Of your citizens. So without development being a twin of our democracy, we're still on a very long journey. But we can quicken the pace of our journey by ensuring that citizens would exercise that office of the citizen that they occupy.
We lost him and lost the mandate. So the great lesson that we need to learn is that there must be sacrifice. Without sacrifice, then we cannot get results. So it's freedom that comes by struggle.
The need for us to strengthen our democracy and restructure the country is very much important now.
So I'm conversing on restructuring to federating unit on the basis of regionalism.
26 years after that historic election, 21 years after Abiola's demise, and 20 years of democratic rule in Nigeria, there are still many questions to be answered. But one thing is certain, Abiola's name will never be forgotten in Nigeria's political history. Joseph Okoh, Galaxy News, Lagos.